Welcome back to Let's Replay Neverwinter Nights 2 Mask of the Betrayer. This is Big Los, and we're outside the city of Mulsantir. We just defeated Oku and his army. We devoured his spirit. We got his husk and his essence. And now, before we go back into the city, let's have a conversation with some of our party members.
The hunger within you grows. No wonder the Bear King was so zealous in hunting you down. I am curious. What is it like being a spirit eater of Vremyonni legend?
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I'm trying to be inquisitive.
It's a mixed blessing.
I only ask because I recall reading some of the Academy's texts on Vremyonni spirit eaters. When you've read a lot about a legend on parchment, it's always fascinating to meet that legend in the flesh.
Yes, well, I'm a very fascinating legend in the flesh.
Yes, I suppose that was a poor choice of words. I only meant to say...
that I'm extremely handsome.
No, I simply meant to say...
that I'm extremely handsome and also modest. Unbelievably modest.
No, yes. Well, no, but you're incorrigible, do you know that? Anyway, the books I read said nothing about the Spirit Eater being an insufferable flirt.
Really? Well, what sort of things do those texts tell you about Spirit Eaters?
Vremyonni folklore is handed down by word of mouth. Very little of it is written down. Still, a few rumors were overheard by Thayan scholars and penned for curiosity's sake, so keep in mind I'm hardly an expert on this topic. Did you have a specific question in mind?
What exactly is a Spirit Eater?
The Vremyonni used the term Spirit Eater as reference to both a curse and the bearer of that curse. The Spirit Eater curse allegedly devours its host from within. The stories describe the process as rather painful, to say the least. According to legend, there have been numerous victims of this curse, though the legends differ on whether or not there is more than one bearer of the curse at any one time.
Do you have any idea how this happened to me?
All the stories suggest that becoming a Spirit Eater is the result of a curse. Some rumors suggest this curse is bestowed by a witch, others say it's the result of an amoral life, and yet other rumors suggest the curse is transmitted from one Spirit Eater to the next, like an illness. Sadly, there is little consensus on the matter.
Did those texts say anything about a cure?
Actually, no. In all the stories I read, the bearer of the curse rapidly went insane and died rather quickly.
No matter, just because there's no cure in the folklore doesn't mean there's no cure at all.
The Spirit Eater supposedly feeds upon the mind of the host. Perhaps your optimism is a sign that the curse isn't as dire as legends describe it.
What can I do about this hunger?
As the name would suggest, devouring spirits appears to sate the hunger. For a time. I have no advice for you, aside from the obvious. Be careful in your choice of prey. Much the way food nourishes one's body, I think it's safe to assume that the spirits you devour will nourish this presence within you. Feeding it poorly is certainly a risk not worth taking.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
What's on your mind?
What should I do with Oku's remains?
Your power removed all trace of the bear spirit. So far as I can tell, what you hold is an empty husk. Still, there is binding energy in the shell. As it once housed the essence of the Bear King, it could no doubt contain another powerful spirit, or many lesser spirits.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Let's talk to Kaylin.
Are you all right?
Is there some reason you're looking at me like that?
When your spirit powers emerged against the bear god, I felt drawn to you, as if your hunger was testing my spirit as well. You need to learn more about this curse, and soon. I fear for you, for all of us, if your power grows further.
Can you petition Ilmater to help me?
I do not know. Much of the curses of ancient Rashomon are difficult to heal, and your affliction is something new to me. Judging from your power, I do not think Ilmater could help beyond your symptoms. I feel that there is something larger at work here.
Very well then. I'll need to seek help elsewhere then.
Perhaps the witches of Rashomon might know more about this curse. I would advise seeking them out. I would only feed when necessary. To inflict your curse on others does not seem just.
I promise nothing. I couldn't care less about justice if I'm dying.
It is possible that murdering others by feeding on them will intensify the curse. But I doubt that will be enough to stop or discourage you. More knowledge of its origins should help. From there, we can establish a plan of attack to free you from this.
Alright, other questions.
Of course.
When we met Derevik, you mentioned you were a Doom Guide, which means you once followed Kelemvor. We probably won't succeed on an influence check here.
Yes. Part of the tenets of Kelemvor is to comfort the dying, for them to make peace with death. It was once a task that comforted me as well.
Alright, never mind. What happened?
It is difficult to express,
yeah.
and I am not certain I have the words. Suffice to say that I found the call of Ilmater's teaching stronger.
I couldn't care less. There's something else I need to know.
Of course.
We already asked all these. Let's move on. Alright, let's talk to you, Gann.
I was wondering what that absence was in you when we first met. Now I know what it is. It's hunger. It's so intense I can barely feel you behind it. It's primal, and it feels old. An old hunger indeed.
Do you know anything about this power I have?
You mean your curse? I know a little about it. Spirit legends only. Spirit eating is a curse that sometimes arises in Rashomon. A spirit eater walks the land, feeding on others to sustain its life.
What happens to these spirit eaters?
Hunted down. Killed. Sometimes they simply vanish, never to be heard from again. They are enemies of this land, of the spirits. As you found with Oku, the spirit world will rise against this curse, trying to kill it or contain it before it does more harm. The curse of these spirit eaters is their hunger. It grows and grows, and if they can't feed, their own power is said to devour them.
Is there a cure for this curse?
I have never heard of one. Whatever this curse is, it runs deep and strong, and nothing known to me can cure it. You should seek out ones wiser than I.
How long has this been going on?
For as long as the spirits can remember, which for some of them is a very long time. Time is measured differently for beasts, and for deathless ones at that. But I will say that Oku remembered you, and that is a long time indeed.
Alright, I had questions for you.
Of course. Ask what you will, and I will do my best to answer.
You look uneasy. Are you alright?
Uneasy? Perhaps a bit. For one who barters with spirits such as I, having you around is an uneasy thing, yes. It's like attempting to negotiate with a merchant, while having a merchant-devouring beast standing next to you. It makes things more difficult, or easier, depending on the conversation. Also, in our battle with Oku, something changed. There is a new depth to you, to your dreams, that has been awakened.
What? Why?
I am not certain of the cause of this, but where once your mind was a mirror, now you have an undertow that was not present before. A mirror to a flowing river, as it were. I think your dreams will be stronger, and that is interesting.
I had questions for you.
Of course. Ask what you will, and I will do my best to answer.
Tell me a little about yourself.
A little? There is so much to tell. And to think you'd only want to hear the smallest bit of it. I am insulted.
Alright, tell me a lot about yourself.
What? Do you think I am some sort of long-winded braggart? My, your charm spells seem to be failing one by one.
I'd like to know who I'm traveling with.
Oh. Well now, that is a different matter. I am Ganayev, gann-of-dreams, he who walks in the dreams of the people of Rashomon, especially the passionate dreams of farmers' daughters. I make deals with spirits, speak with the mountains and forests, and tell tales of old that bubble up from the brooks and streams of this land.
Were you born here?
Now there's a tale. Actually, I was born from no mother or father, but from dream itself. I was conceived as an idea, a stray thought that had to fend for itself in this harsh land. It made me strong, capable, and ruggedly handsome.
You were born from a dream.
Indeed, stepped fresh and whole from the sleeping minds of this great land, able to walk in and out of dreams at my whim and my will.
But you are a hag spawn.
Do I look like a hag spawn? Come now.
Shall we trade bits of background?
This track of yours, and lack of tact, is boring me. Is there something else you wish to ask?
What do you think of Sophia?
I do not know if Sophia speaks to herself, or if another Sophia, a small spirit, speaks to her. But it is a question only she can resolve. Perhaps it is her conscience that whispers to her. But red wizards are said to have that stripped from them at a young age. She is a thing of puzzle pieces, to be certain, and so finely decorated with tracings and tattoos, the best part of the red wizard's contribution to culture.
More questions.
Of course. Ask what you will, and I will do my best to answer.
What do you think of Kaylin?
There are those who have lazy dreams. Dreams that come to them only when their eyes are closed and the hearthfire enfolds them. And there are those whose dreams are an icy wind, a whip crack across their souls that visit them in the waking hours. These dreams drive their actions, drive them ever onwards until their dream is a reality.
You sound almost afraid of her.
It is good to fear those who are driven in such a way. With them the dream wind travels, and the whiplash extends its reach to all who believe in such a one. Our songbird. I think she will need the power of her voice in the days to come, and perhaps sooner than we all think.
More questions.
Of course. Ask what you will, and I will do my best to answer.
Can you tell me a little about your parents?
Oh, I can indeed tell you but a little, for little is all I knew of them. A human for a father, yes. A hag for a mother, yes. But who they were, that is not known to me.
Good riddance to them, then.
And that is exactly my feeling in the matter as well. If they cast me away, so shall I do the same.
Alright, that's enough. Enough talking. Let's go through the gates. And we'll start Act 2, which is the real meat of this game. Alright, so our spirit energy has dropped to 96, which isn't bad. In fact, we could probably rest.
Yes.
Yes.
You have something to say about this, Kaylin? No? Usually she'll say something when she sees that. Alright, anyways, there is a house here that we can go in now. That we couldn't before. Everybody locked their doors, but now that the spirit army is... What is this guy doing over here? How did you wander all the way over here? That's weird. I do want to sell this. Anyways, what I was saying about... Oh yeah, we'll sell this to someone else. What I was saying about the house over there, it was locked. Man, we get top dollar for these things. So now that it is open, I think we'll go inside, but first we'll rest. We have enough spirit energy in reserve. So we'll do that, and then we'll go in here, see just what's going on. Ah, we can hear spell casting going on. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put on some buffs. So I'll meet you back here when I'm done. Okay, all the buffs are on. Let's go through this door. I wonder if we could take on any other shadow forms. You seem to have developed a bond at the shadow plane. Not surprising considering where we are. Oh look, somebody turned himself into a night walker. Or, yeah. So we have a bunch of magic users in here. Let's have everybody come through the door.
Hmm?
You two.
Yes.
Okay, now I think I want to turn off party AI mode for the first round. Ah! Why is it every encounter it gets rid of my summoned creature? I don't get that. Why does it do that? That's stupid. We need to change our methods. Our last outing was too close for comfort. We should... Wyatt, by the looks of our unwanted guest, Morlig forgot to lock the door again. Triello, Jestrid, Morlig, stop your practicing. We have a visitor. You seem to be lost. This house does not welcome visitors. Please leave. I apologize for barging into your home. Your apology is accepted so long as you turn around and leave at once. Are you sure it's wise to just let them leave? Intelligence. The arcane arts aren't too popular around here. In fact, I don't remember seeing anyone other than the witches practice them. Darthik, for once, your judgment is well-founded, instead of being rash as usual. Morlig will have a lot to answer for, leaving that door open like that. In the meantime, he closes the door and locks it. Thank you for your hospitality, but obviously we're not welcome here. No, you are not, but you will be staying a while. A long time. I'm not sure I like your tone. My tone is irrelevant. Your presence here is not. You shouldn't have come here. Then allow me to leave. I'm afraid it's a little too late for that. Come now, surely there's something that could be done. Failure. Unfortunately for you, there's no other recourse we could take. Our presence cannot be known, and you are jeopardizing that.
You're going down.
Alright, so we're gonna Wail of the Banshee all these guys. So we'll put that right there.
All who can hear, follow.
And I guess you'll have to summon one of these again.
Raramatir.
Yes.
You... I guess you could do prayer.
Bona partum.
Yes?
And I guess you can try to do Finger of Death on this guy. And then we'll turn on Party AI mode.
Krikos nominet Takash.
Okay. Oh, we have 2 deaths. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like we had more deaths than that. Okay, who's Vroshin? This guy. So, does that mean that we didn't cast Finger of Death, or what? Darthic is casting Mordenkainen's sword, but he's dead though, right? Yeah, Janak got him. Alright, I guess we'll do... This Bigby's on him.
I will do what I can.
Janak. Just do a finger of death on him, will you? Yeah, all of them are dead. Who got a critical hit? I don't know, but let's start looting bodies. Alright, so we got some essences. The Vremyonni key. This key looks rather nondescript. I hope it will unlock the front door. Amulet of Natural Armor +4. Okay. Could probably sell some of this. This guy has a bunch of essences. Ring of Resistance +3. We'll probably sell that. Ooh. Robe of the Archmagi. Nice. We'll give that to Sophia.
Yes.
Too bad you have this, which... the Shadow Shield, which you normally can't even cast. I don't know, should we give this up for 3 more spell slots? I mean, we get better spell resistance with this one. Let's check this out. So the only difference would be 3 more spell slots. Saves would improve by 3. We'd get spell penetration, but I think you might already have that. Let's check. Yeah, you have spell penetration. So I don't know. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. Because I like that Shadow Shield, and you can't cast that normally. Here we get another essence and a Ring of Regeneration. Nice.
Yes.
Who needs a Ring of Regeneration? Ring of Protection +3. Maybe if we got you a Cloak of Fortification +3 or better.
Yes.
That gives spell slots. That gives immediate death magic. What about you? You have a Ring of Power. Ring Resistance +3.
I will lead now. Follow.
Yes.
I guess we could give you a Ring of Regeneration.
I will lead now. Follow.
A collection of scrolls. We have here Shape Change and Polymorph Self. 2 spells that we already have. Ooh, the Staff of Valmaxian and a Volatile Fire Essence. We have our new weapon. Alright, and this thing can do Chain Lightning, Ethereal Visage, and Fireball. Nice. Plus, with the mod, we can charge staves back up again. Here we have Braces Armor +6 and an Essence. Should be giving these to Sophia.
Come this way.
Alright, you can combine some of these.
You have need of me?
Oh, assortment of scrolls. We have Scorching Ray Many. We have Isaac's Greater Missile Storm, Cloud Kill, and Bigby's Crushing Hand. We have all of those. So we just have extra castings of them now. Summon Creature 7 and Wail of the Banshee. More extra castings. Alchemy Workbench. We get 3 potions of heal. About over here. We get 3 different potions. I think that's it. Alright. Well, let's open the door and leave. This says Vremyonni hideout up here. I don't think we have been told what the Vremyonni are. So I think we'll let the witches explain in time. I think in this country men are forbidden from using magic. And those that do are called Vremyonni. Anyways, where are we going? The wrong way. Very well, let's go down here. Let's go into the Wail and see if we can talk to Magda now. If not, then we'll have to go talk to the witches first. Oh, they're not here yet. Man. Alright then, I guess it means we have to go to the witches, so I'll meet you over there. Alright, I had the game freeze on me. That kind of sucks, so I had to go and do that battle all over again, but this time I was able to do it without casting any buffs whatsoever, save for resistant haste. And I did that after the battle. All I had to do was one mill of Banshee and they all died. So that was kind of cool. So here we are back at the witches. Let's talk to them. Let's first talk with Kazamika.
What do you want?
You won't have anything to say until we talk to Sheva. Oh, there you go. Abomination. I warned you, Sheva. I smelled the wrongness upon him at the theater. Tell me the truth, Warner. Did you know what you were when you came to our city? Of course not. Otherwise, I'd have devoured your sharp-tongued friend. You are a spirit eater, an abomination, and affronting spirits and the gods. You are a monster out of ancient tales. Not every spirit eater has been a monster, Kazumi. Not at the beginning. At least tell me what a spirit eater is. We know little of them. No spirit eater has walked Rashomon and Blue. They were monsters, devourers of spirits and souls, boogeymen in children's tales. Some were men, some women, some were even children. Wherever they walked, they hungered and fed, and the land died. No matter their intentions, all spirit eaters ended the same. Their hunger turned in upon themselves, and they were destroyed, utterly consumed. The hunger within me, can it be controlled? Perhaps, if children's stories are to be believed, your hunger can be directed, but it won't grow if indulged, and it will finally overwhelm you. And if you resist it, the hunger will destroy you anyway. You will starve, and your own hunger will turn upon you, consuming you from within. How did I become a spirit eater? Was it something that happened in the barrel? Perhaps you can answer that question best, monster. Did you anger our gods? Defile our land? Few punishments are truly undeserved. Hush, Kazumika. Say that the curse passed from one spirit eater to the next, but no spirit eater has been seen in over 100 years. Beyond that, we know little. Those who kept such secrets are many years dead. There must be some way to defeat this hunger. None. You'll be hunted and despised wherever you go. You will die unmourned in some lonely crag, as befits any ravening monster. If there is any hope to be found, it would be amongst those who have fought your kind, amongst spirits, not mortals. My sister speaks of the woodman, the living soul of the Ashenwood. He fought your kind, he brought them all low. If the woodman fought spirit eaters, why would he agree to help me? It is for you to convince him of that, if you can find him at all. The Ashenwood is several days sailing upriver to the north. And the winter snows have already begun to fall. You will need a boat. Find the shipwright Vasil at the docks and tell him of your need. We have an outpost on the Ashenwood shore, led by a witch named Janak. She is a hard-bitten woman and distrustful of foreigners. Sounds like some other witches I know. Virtuous and wise, you mean? In a country of scheming hags, jealous spirits, and monsters like yourself? Mercy and naivete are luxuries, but with the lives of those we protect. If you still wish to speak to the dwarf woman Magda, you will find her at the Veil. We have released her from our protection, but we will hear if she is harmed. Find the woodman, Spirit Eater. If any creature knows the secrets of your kind, it is he. You got 4,000 XP for that? Wow. We leveled up Kaylin over here. Alright.
Yes.
Let's level you up. So you're taking a lot of cleric levels. You qualify for any prestige classes? I mean, you said you were a Doom guy before. What's the requirement for this? Oh, you're not lawful. Extra turning and great fortitude. Oh, and you have to be a deity. You have to have Telthor. Sure. So there's no way we could become a Doom guy, huh? So what's the advantage of being this class? I mean, it's like being a cleric. The gracious Lord of the Dead, Doom guys add their Doom guy class levels to their cleric levels. Purposes turning or destroying undead. Okay, that makes sense. On the Fatal Touch. Something to do with Kellenbor's sword, huh? No matter, we're not going to use that. Qualify for anything? What about this one? We need these rings. I don't know, is this worth it? Every even numbered level, you gain new spells per day. Okay, what about Eldritch Knight? What about spells per day? At each level, except first level, an Eldritch Knight gains new spells per day, plus another effective casting level, is it? It can progress in arcane. Oh, you need arcane spell casting. Divine Champion, this would be better, huh? Why don't we qualify for this one? Oh, we need weapon focus and something. What about spells? No? Oh, very well then, I guess this would be cleric. Next. Alright, so we're going to do concentration. Lore, I don't think we're going to do. We're going to do spellcrafts. Yeah, I guess we'll start focusing in maybe diplomacy. Actually, I'm surprised that you haven't taken any heal. That would be better for you, wouldn't it, since you're a cleric? Oh, we get a fee. It's toughness for HP. Do weapon focus and something. Oh, we could have one of these divine feats. Divine vengeance. Spend one of your turn attempts to add 2d6 points of sacred energy damage to all your successful melee attacks against the dead until the end of your next action. I don't know. have access to epic level beasts yet. Yeah, I guess we'll do 10 minutes. Next. Alright.
You have need of me?
I think we should talk to the witches a little bit more. Gain some more info. We've given our counsel already, Spirited. Find the woodman, learn the secrets of those who bore your curse, and leave our sacred ground. Did you know Leanna well? A quiet woman, she followed our laws and made no trouble, established herself at the Wail, and was well liked by the patrons, though she had few friends to speak of apart from Magda. Amongst the foreigners, she was called the White Lady for her silver hair and her habit of wearing pale robes. Oh, she had hair? Okay. I thought her a wizard, but harmless. Caught up in her own affairs. She has lived at the Wail for as long as I remember, and I have never seen her leave. Never, are you sure? Record and watch all that passes in the city, whether we are noticed or not. I never once saw Leanna on the streets, though she would sometimes disappear from the Wail for long stretches of time. Traveling, the dwarf woman said. Perhaps Leanna was secretly in league with the Thanes. If so, the failing is mine. The city has a darker side, a shadowy reflection where some things are different. Yes. Within our walls, the bonds between the sunlit world and the plane of shadow are easily sundered. Tell me, did you see the vault? Does it loom in your dreams as it does in mine? What do you know about the vault? That it was built by the priests of the dead, not Telthor's faithful, but the servants of the wicked god who came before. Many die upon the golden way, most are not of our faith. They want their bodies to be buried by a priesthood that they know. The priests of the dead use this truth to barter their way into our city. And they abused our hospitality, tearing open portals to the plane of shadow and building their vault in secret. Something special about Mulsantir, some bond with Shadowfell? Mulsantir is shrouded in mist, robed in blue. Such places are always closer to the plane of shadow. But the portals were opened by the priests of the dead. They have shifted with time as shadows will, flitted in and out of homes, dragged unsuspecting folk from a darkened closet into a nightmare of shadow. People disappear in Mulsantir. Who knows where they go? Whether they wander the plane of shadow even now. You see the vault in your dreams? I dreamed of a tree that rose from the vault, a tree conceived in love, but bearing sacrilege and suffering as its fruit. Its seeds are with us still, scattered to the wind. I saw 3 such seeds, but one became divided by its own will. It chased each other endlessly, blown by wind and storm. And wherever they took root, they passed their blight to other seeds, and I saw that one day the tree would be born from the vault again. Let's talk about something else. Of course, this hallowed ground is no place to speak of shadows. Why do you wear a mask? Let me barter your question for another. Why do you think we wear masks? You wear your mask to become a witch, and to lose the person you once were. Yes. XP granted for correctly answering Sheva's question. 300. We struggle always to become the mask, and to leave behind the farm girl, like Katya, or the scrawny dockside waif, as Kazumika once was. Some of us try harder than others, but the eldest, those who have worn the mask for so long that they remember themselves only as pimple-faced girls, strangers from long ago. For us, the mask has become truth. Alright, farewell.
Greetings, and well met.
If the decision was mine, Spirit Eater, I would not suffer you to walk among us. You would be hurled from a cliff, as we did to traitors and monsters of old. Ah, that sounds familiar. There's a skeleton on the cliff right now. Your bones would snap, and perhaps your skull would burst if you were lucky. But more likely, you'd simply lie on your shattered back with your bones protruding from your flesh. And we would listen to your moans and jeer from the cliff top as you died. I'm glad you gave me that idea. I'll make certain to remind you when you're lying amidst those rocks waiting for your death. One point towards evil. I pray that you make a mistake, monster, and Sheva sees the truth. And we will see how well you fare. What about you? Do you have anything to say? Oh, I would so love to buy this thing. We can probably afford it now. If we sold something.
I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
We should probably sell this thing. Nobody can use it. Alright, we'll buy this. And we'll give it to you.
Yes?
Not wearing your clothes. Now you are. Oh, that's right. You get a deflection bonus of +4 anyway, huh? Okay.
Yes.
What are you wearing? Protection +5. Then I guess we'll give it to Sophia.
Yes?
Yes?
Bulk of protection versus chaos. Alright, you put that. What? Only a game of 2. Oh, you have this stupid ring. You're taking that off right now.
All who can hear, follow.
Alright, so we freed up a ring slot.
You have need of me?
Costs a lot to do it though.
Yes?
I think you have the rings that we
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we can grab this.
Yes?
Oh, we could have given you this ring. And now you have another level 4 spell. Snow skin. And we wasted a lot of money. It's okay though. Alright.
You have need of me?
Let's explore some other places around here. Remember I said there was a graveyard down here? Well, then we can loot one of the graves. And we'll try out the Spirit Eater ability. So there are 2 graves here. Let's loot one of them. We get 2083 gold and a +3 heavy shield. Throw that in there. And now we have an angry Telthor to deal with.
Yes.
So yeah, everybody just attack, will you? Ooh, you can get critical hits on these guys. Once this guy goes to near death, then we'll get a special have it wounded.
I shall do so.
Alright, let's turn off party AI.
It seems we have unpleasant company.
On your guard. Foes
Have you
approach.
attack. Oh, you got
You mouth-breathing, corpse-loving, inbred scum!
him?
Yeah!
You near death yet? Not yet. There we go. Okay, now we're going to use the Devour Spirit. Ouch. Oh, and now Sophia leveled up. And our spirit energy just went up to 100% because we got all his extra HP as bonus spirit energy. Nice. What else did we get? We got a brilliant spirit essence. Fortunately, he did a lot of damage because I didn't put any damage reduction spells on, but free every generation. So we'll just let this charge back up while we're leveling up Sophia. Alright. So we want to give you the Arcane Scholar eventually, which means that you need Empower Spell, Skill Focus, Concentration, Spell Focus, Spellcraft. So I think we gave you Skill Focus, Spellcraft, so you need Skill Focus, Concentration. We're just going to do regular Wizard for the time being. And increase your Intelligence. We'll give you 1 to Concentration, Craft Alchemy, Spellcraft. I guess we'll split between these things. Okay, next. We have 2 more spells to pick, so I guess I'll do True Sin. And Feeble Mind. Now we have everything above level 4. At the next level, we'll do this one and one of those. Some more spells. So what are we going to pick for level 9? No, we don't have Weird. We can do Power Word Kill. But it's not very effective. Yeah, I'll pick it for right now. If I don't like it, I'll change it later. Alright, for level 8. See, if the creatures have 101 or more hit points, they're not affected by these spells. Same with this one. Well, maybe we could do Create Greater Undead. Level 6. Let's do Flesh and Stone. I like Petrification. Okay, for level 2. Well, I'm not really so sure. We'll do Scorching Ray. Okay. Well, that should do it. I guess we'll call it an episode.
Yes.
Oh yeah, here's the messages. So we'll give all those to Sophia. And then I guess in the next episode we'll go back into the Shadow Plane and do a little bit more exploring over there. You know, what other things will we find that's different? Will we be able to get to the lower level of Death God's Vault? Find out next time. This is Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, man. Tango Media.